There we go. That's what it was. On. And then I guess we'll open it in like 2 minutes. I could have pulled that up over here. I don't know if I can have it up on 2 screens or not. I don't want to fuck it up. So.
I think it's fine.
Well, I mean, just so I could have typed
Oh.
shit. But now you have to. So.
Well, do you need to type, Jude, or can you just respond to it in chat?
You can just say stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to take us a while. Get it all sorted out.
I brought water too.
Yay!
So, is there a better place to put it?
Just put it down there if you want to.
That way we're not reaching across the screen.
Probably should have got it in a bigger thing.
And chug it. We got all our tools we need and stuff?
We do.
Okay.
They're underneath here. And
It is now 8:30.
It's 8:30.
Alright.
Alright, so we got the Dark Imperium set, and we're going to do an unboxing for you today. This is going to be our first time streaming together. Kinda. We've been dicking around, so we'll see how it goes. Here, I'll put all the garbage over here.
Okay.
Just put it up against the thing. See, the box this time around is really cool. I think it's Jerry shown while I went looking. Yeah, see, it's a lot cooler than previous boxes. I haven't played Warhammer 40K in like 10 years plus.
I've never played it.
And she never played it. So this is going to be a relearning for both of us and a first learning for her.
So it kind of came in 2 sets or 2 parts. Looks like all the pieces are in this one here.
Sounds like it anyway. Because underneath here is the book. Hardbound book. Back to sending hardbound books out with the starter sets instead of the small little books that they used to do.
Looks like a really nice book.
Yeah? Oh, I set it over there. And then it looks like we have the books for the Primaris Space Marines, and I'm going to assume the Death Guard is also going to be in there. We'll open that up in a second. Set that over there. And then we have the transfer sheet for the Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Space Wolves. And then underneath here, I've always loved the art for 40K. I mean, I've always thought it was really fucking cool. It was all gothic and just had its own feel. And then underneath that, you had your bases, flying stands. That's what the those little jetpack dudes for the Space Marines are. They don't do that hideous red little measuring stick anymore, it looks like, in the starter set. Instead, it's this cool see-through, just 12 inches, but you can see through it, and it's got like little sights at each inch, like a crosshair. I don't know if you can see that on there, but it's kind of cool. And then, of course, dice. Set that, just slide that underneath the table there. And then the models. So this is the box that the models came in. And there's some cool art on the back. And it looks like it's sealed with a purity seal. So that's kind of cool for those of you that are into Space Marines. Break the seal, and now
Bunch of little pieces.
I'm just gonna tear that back.
What? Destroying the box.
So these sprues are really cool. I do have to say that the plastic models have come a really long way.
Why do you say that?
Just the detail they hold. Like back when I used to play, plastic models were kind of shitty. So the first thing it became plastic models were just regular old Marines, which have like no detail to them. They're giant, bulky models, so they look pretty good. But I played the first time I ever started playing a Games Workshop game was back when everything was still metal. Everything. I didn't have any plastic models. Matter of fact, me and a friend of mine, we went in and bought Azhag the Slaughterer model together. And it was all metal, and it's like that big, and he's on a dragon, and it was just, his arms are sticking out, and you hated life trying to put it together. It was horrible.
Cool,
it was a cool model, but you just hated it the whole time. You're like trying to put it together. You're just fuck. And so now you're getting plastic models that are super easy to put together with plastic glue, but they have this really cool detail. I don't know how much you can see.
So that's the
These
dark
are the
guys.
Yeah,
And those are Space Marine dudes.
but as you can see, I'm gonna let you put them up next to the camera because you're closer. That's just more of the Primarch Space Marine sprue. They're really cool. I think what are these guys called? The Poxwalkers.
Gonna need to figure out what it looks like. Maybe here.
I'm here. Use these to figure out what it looks like. It's Poxwalkers.
Oh, those are gruesome looking guys.
And you have more of the Death Guard.
I don't know if you can see all those little pustules and things on them. It's kind of gross.
Here's some more of the Death Guard. There was a shoulder pad on there that I was wanting to point out. You was talking about, or when you were asking me, like, what did I mean by how far the plastic models had come? It's like I seen it for just a second and then it went away.
What did it look like?
It was that one with little tiny skulls all over it.
Oh.
It was like, this one. Here's more of the Death Guard, but that's insane to think that, you know, once upon a time that would have been a Forge World purchase. Now it's just a cool plastic purchase.
Where is that one there?
I do like the jetpacks on these Space Marines better than the traditional ones. They're pretty cool. That's it right there.
Jetpack? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying? That one here?
And then the Space Marine banner. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's got some detail on it.
Did you see this dude here? His guts are hanging out of his back through
So
the jacket.
gross.
It's cool. Yeah, so I've always thought about doing a Death Guard army, and so when they launched 8th edition, with Death Guard being one of the armies in it, I was like, well, now it's time as good as any. I've been an Orc player essentially my entire time I've ever played 40k. There was a short period of time there where I played Necrons. That had more to do with how easy it was to paint the army than it did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, I worked at GW years and years ago, and you had to have a fully painted army of every franchise or every system that they have, right? And I didn't play 40K or Lord of the Rings when I started working there. I only played fantasy. So I had like 2-3 weeks to get together a fully painted army for 40K and for Lord of the Rings. So I went with Necrons for 40K and I did the Army of the Dead for Lord of the Rings. So just
used all the same.
It was all ghost. The Army of the Dead was all like ghost type models. So I came up with a real quick paint scheme and just knocked those out in a night. And then I did Necrons, which is obviously easy paint scheme. I think it was bolt gun metal was the color I used at the time. I don't even think that color existed in the current line. And then black ink wash, and then like I think it was scorpion green at the time was the color to like do all the green highlights for their eyes and anything else that you'd want green, because they had those.
I thought it looked like passable though. Like
no, it did.
Like,
I mean, it did, but it
like
was like
combinations.
Boom! And then I put that army together. I played with it twice, and it just sat in a case after that. And then after I got into 40K, I was like, orcs is where it's at, because that's what I played in fantasy. Although, to be honest, I played everything in fantasy. I found a reason, essentially, to buy like most goddamn models that came out.
They have a lot of really cool models in fantasy.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can be into one faction, but the modeling itself, that's my favorite, I guess, is I do modeling. Converting is like the number one reason I'm into it, and then I like to play occasionally, and then painting is last. Like, I hate painting.
I've never played, so I've only ever done some painting and never 40K, so this is going to be brand new for me.
Well, let's see. Get those books over there that we set to the side, and we will.
Which one do you want to start with?
Give us the little books first. We don't need the big ass rule book. I think everybody knows what's going down with it. So it's a cool ass picture, except for it looks like he's pushing a inverted dog penis out of his mouth. So
that's
kind
gross.
of some people are into it.
Not me.
Don't judge. Hold your judgment. But so they go into unit detail. Nurgle's always had some disgusting art. It's really cool, but I mean, it's back to the 40K art in a whole. I think is really cool. They go into a brief history of the Death Guard.
Can you kind of set it up, maybe? Can you see?
I can see, but I can't like.
Can't talk about it. Come on, man! You're gonna have to learn how to do this.
But they go into some brief history with all the different units. They talk about all the different Nurgle infected units. And then the data sheets for the different units. Yeah, it's in the back. Just for the units. So I'm going to assume just the units that came in this box. Yeah. That's it. And then, let's see.
Do you have an idea of what color scheme you want to go with?
I am going to do the traditional Death Guard.
What do they look like?
Well,
are they in there?
Death Guard green. Yeah, but I don't think there's a... They only got these type of pictures. They don't have like painted model pictures. I mean, they got these ones. So those are kind of cool, and that's what I'll be going with. I'm actually going to do what their suggested paint scheme is, and that's what we'll stream next week, actually. Today will be the unboxing, and we'll start putting the models together. Tomorrow, if we get them all put together tonight, we will play, like, with the new rules, because that's I guess the rules now is there's like 3 types of rules. There's supposed to be one that's like severely casual, that's like just bring all the models that you have, come play with your friends, do whatever, no points, which I know they tried that with the Age of Sigmar reboot that they did with fantasy, and I know a lot of people weren't happy with that. I know when I first heard about it, I was like, that's kind of stupid. But
I wonder if it'll make any difference being 40K.
no.
You know?
Because, I mean, it's still
Is
like...
it just too easy?
Well, because at that point, it's like, bring whatever you own and play. So I own, like, you know, Titan Bane tanks. That's what I own. And you have a couple Eldar.
Right.
You know, it doesn't... There's no way to, like, offset the... I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be for really brand new people that's just like, I got cool toys and want to roll dice. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're setting people off on a bad step there. Like, I don't think it makes any sense. And then, I guess there's a purely objective-based way to play, which is more like a storytelling aspect. It seems more D&D-ish. Like, you're trying to just tell a campaign story and everybody's rolling dice and moving models. So that one would take some planning and like forethought. And then there is, I think it's called like organized play. I'm gonna have to look again. This has all been shit that I've been reading up to the release. But that is the more traditional way that we all know how to play, where it's like, you know, we're gonna do 2,000 point army, blah blah blah, and then you have an HQ choice, troop choice, fast attack, heavy. But I guess now there's flyers too. No, there didn't used to be flyers.
Like flying troops or like...
Well, like flying troops or just like flying like vehicles. And I guess there's like a minimum speed and a maximum speed. And I think if what I understand, like the minimum speed that's the speed you have to move, period. Like, you don't get a choice of letting it stay still. So if it's got a minimum of, like, let's say 12 inches, you have to move it 12 inches every turn. If it's got a maximum of, say, 36 inches, that's what you can move it up to, but you have to move it 12 inches every turn. So that sounds, I mean, it's cool. It sounds like it adds another dimension to the game. Yeah, see how it plays. But that'll be the idea is tomorrow, if we get it all set up tonight, tomorrow we will start.
We'll play a couple.
Like, obviously, just what's in the box here. Try to figure it out, what was going on. What happened to that? There was a third book. You can go ahead and go to that Space Marines book.
So here's the Space Marines book. Pretty similar to the other one. Got some cool art in here. And it goes into some of the history of Space Marines. Is it the Ultramarines that all of these ones are? They have like the same coloration for the majority of the stuff, yeah. Always the Ultramarines.
There's so many cool ass factions.
But yeah, so there's tons of different kinds of Space Marines, which I've been looking into. I have no idea what I want to do yet for mine. I've actually been looking at the Sisters of Battle and maybe switching over to that. Because they seem kind of cool, kind of really Roman Catholic inspired.
Nuns with guns.
Nuns with guns. So even though they do Ultramarines for most of the history and pictures and everything, they do have some different, what are they calling them again? What are the chapters, different chapters in the back with all their different colorations. So there's a lot of inspiration in the back of the book once you get into it. So pretty cool. And then just like the other one, it's got all the data sheets and everything in the back too.
Here's I found that other book I was looking for.
Oh, what's this one now?
This one is the assembly book, which I don't think they've ever done before.
Important.
Well, it is important, but I don't think GW's ever done an assembly book before.
I didn't really put a whole lot of the plastic ones together. I mostly had the metal ones. But my little brother was into it at the time, and he had plastic ones. And I do not remember a book coming with it.
Well, so it looks like the way that they have started to do it is pretty cool. If I understand correctly. So, this guy is F series, and so it's F11, F12, or no, hell, I guess I started over here. F7, F8, F9 to F10 to F11 to F12.
If you can see, they each have like a letter, and then they also have numbers for each part. So with this one being an F, you'd look for
Yeah,
the
there's.
app.
I don't know if they. Seems like they would have put it in a convenient position. See, do you see a letter on here?
Yeah, this one was B.
Where was the B?
I think it was on. Oh, right here.
Okay.
See how much bigger it is? than
Yeah,
the
no,
others?
it's a lot bigger. And then each one of the bits has a number beside it. So that's how you can find all the pieces. And then they all go in numerical order, which is pretty
For
cool.
like how you connect them.
Yeah. And then if you look at I don't know if you can see the yellow blobs, but that is where you would glue.
That's pretty helpful.
So, yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. Especially, I think, how dynamic these models have become. I mean, they're not as static as they once were. You know, once upon a time, you just put together X amount of models
The
of a
little,
dude standing like
the
this.
little metal one I had was like 2 pieces.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, that was the
it
thing.
not
Like, there would be
complicated
like
at
all like that, or
Yeah.
you know, all like standing there just doing this. And now, like, see, this Space Marine unit is 5 guys, and I don't think any of them.
Look the same.
Yeah, none of them are posed in the same way. I mean, they've all got their gun pulled at the very least, like in a different angle. Or
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to make Space Marines look completely different.
well, I mean, that's all you're looking for, just for like
Like-
dynamic poses and for it to not be so static. But now,
Paint them all up like Buzz Lightyear.
I really do think that'd be a cool.
I might have to do it.
Just for
That's
the
what
hell of
it
it.
looks like, doesn't it?
No, I mean, I would not be shocked to find out that Buzz Lightyear was not heavily influenced off of Space Marines. I guess Space Marines in and of themselves are influenced off Starship Troopers. So, I mean, like not the look as much as just like
The idea of them.
the idea of them. Which would make a shit ton of sense, because then Tyranids would have to be based off bugs.
Yeah.
But,
So how do you want to go about this?
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Well, somebody
Would
should.
you like to? Oh, that was the thing I wanted to talk about. That was the biggest reason I went off to get this book. Was they go over the paint schemes, like, and so they tell you. You were asking me, like, there,
So there's the different color schemes that they
and they tell you the
recommend.
exact paints they used
So.
and what order they used them in. So,
Pretty helpful. All right. So do you want to cut little pieces off, or do you want to glue together?
oh Jesus
or-
Christ! I just spit. That's gross. It just shot out like a fucking just pustule rocket. It was nasty.
Well, I guess you picked the right army then.
I did. I'm already spreading my plague. Well, do you want to start with character models, like the big character models? Because they are the coolest, I think.
Sure.
And
Let's see.
if we don't get around to doing the basic troops tonight, then, you know,
At least we'll have some cool models put together.
we'll have some cool models put together for people to see.
Let's see.
Um,
These are your big guys, right?
The Nurdles. Death God. Let's see, the Noxious Blightbringer, Malignant Plaguecaster, and Lord of Contingent.
You want to start with those?
Sure.
All right.
Why not?
Noxious Blightbringer.
What is he? E?
E.
Let's see. Fine. Well, I guess first we can.
Put these in order.
Well, not. I guess.
like
yeah, actually, it might. Yeah, that's you're smart, and that's
I
why
am
we're married. You make up for my retardedness. I got E in my hand here.
Well, I might be smart, but I can't read. Oh, this is C.
Here's D. A, B,
Here's
C,
C.
D. The C. And then this is B.
This is A.
And that is A.
Do you?
And this
is
B.
D.
I wonder
Are you
if
putting,
no. Well, so I wonder. I thought maybe they'd all be just different. Here's
No,
F.
silly. Where are all the Space Marine guys? I bet they go all by themselves.
There's one.
This
And
was
there's one.
B.
And there's one.
Here's your D.
Give you the D.
Here's your D. Baby.
Yeah, see, I was right. Both of those D's, see, they're just the same sprue. It's 2 different units of Poxwalkers. So I was right. There was just A, B, C, D, E, F. Tell me.
You don't have any more over there, right?
No, that's it. That's all you
Did you
get.
get more than me? No, you got the same amount.
Well, actually, I think technically you have more models than I do. It's okay, though. I'm badass. Bro, what was he?
Alright, badass. Yep, E.
E what?
8 and 9. Well, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess that's the other thing that sucks is they didn't put, there's no numerical order on the thing. So, like, 8 is here, 9 is over here, and then...
No, just however it, like, spaced
10.
out in the
So, I mean,
walls.
it's still cool, though. I mean, you know what you're looking for.
So is there any particular, like, I mean, you're just trying to cut it as close to the dude, right?
Right, well, so you always take the flat end of the clippers.
So, like, that part.
Yeah, and then you put that up against the model. And then... boop. And then... See, you will still have...
This.
Well, you'll still have, like, a little nugget on there, but then you can take a file, or we will use a hobby knife in this case.
Do your guys here, that way people can see.
I'll sit over here, that way I can get the glue going. I won't make a mess. And then what was it? 9, 8.
Yeah, 8, 9.
So you just... And then, especially with like an army like Nurgle that's got a bunch of little bits and filigree and nasty hanging off of them, you always want to double check before you squeeze that you are cutting.
This guy, so you can see he's got all kinds of little pieces hanging off that you could easily accidentally cut off.
And you'd be a sad motherfucker. That's pretty cool. He's got a bell. You want to show him that?
Spiky bell.
Like he knocked the cold horse shit out of somebody with a spiky bell. You said 12 too, right? What is
Yeah. 12 and 13 too.
Yeah, he's got another big ass bell that's going on his back. I'll have her put that up at the camera so you can see it too.
Putting it up too close. People can't see it. It gets all blurry.
So in the future, we will have a second camera. We just thought about doing this on the spur of a moment, and we didn't have a second camera to be able to do like a good unboxing. But we're learning. We'll get there. Oh
What's
shit!
going on with him?
Set him aside because that's not. I didn't mean to cut that out.
Do you know which one he was?
He's the one that you're holding in your hand.
Yeah, you're gonna need to find him later.
We'll set him to the side. We'll work on him next. I'm just over here cutting out pieces, which is how I used to do it back in the day. I always just cut all my damn pieces out, then I'd lay them out and decide how I wanted to pose them. But these are really some really dynamic poses. So this little bell piece will go in here once it's put together, but you obviously can't hold it on there. But that's cool. Like turn it around. There you go. He's got that big gnarly like half moon spine hook horn thing, and he's hanging a bell out of it. It's pretty cool. Alright, I think that's all of his pieces, you said?
You should have 8, 9,
8,
10, 11, 12, and 13.
Yep.
How many pieces?
8,
here?
9, 10, 11, 12.
13.
Yeah.
Extra bell piece.
Yes. The extra bell.
Is there a smaller bell?
I guess that's what we're missing.
Yeah. Is that it in the corner up here?
You are correct. Alright, cool. Now,
Time glued together.
oh, we got these little pens too
Oh.
with the pre-order. When they shipped it to the house, we're not cool enough to live anywhere near a Games Workshop.
That's pretty cool.
But, so we had to order ours off the interwebs. They just threw those in the box. I thought they were neat. I like little shit like that. Halea knows I have tons of little fucking stupid shit. All the little pretty things.
Did you run out of glue?
No, I don't. You just got patience. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Gotta work it up to the tip. And then slowly put it on there. You don't want to start squeezing like crazy. It come rushing out. I like these bottles from Testers because then you can just lay them like that. It doesn't come rushing out because there's no airflow, but it keeps it down in the thing. That way when you're ready to use it again, you can just give it a little squeeze and get going. And you definitely want to make sure that you got no glue on your fingers, because if you like, how plastic glue works is it like melts it and fuses it back together once it dries. So if you got plastic glue somewhere on your fingers and then you touch it, yeah, well, and you melt away like some cool little detail if you're not careful. But so it says take E8 and stick it to E9, which
That's what you did.
that's what I did with this. That gives us, he's got the little sensor balls hanging off of him and a cool little drape. They went like, shit, what is it? Noxious Blight Bringer. Mm-hmm. So he's heavily bell themed. You can see there's a little bitty bell hanging off that there. And then he's got the little bell hanging off of his.
I wonder what is the deal with the bells though? Like,
It's to make you feel good before you die. Like, but you always feel good when bells are going off.
Right.
That's why. And there's this moment where you feel like it's Christmas and then you die. Like, and then let's see. Then we're supposed to put E10 to E11. Oh well, they put E13 and E12 up here together, so I'm gonna do it. It's the same thing. You're putting a little part of a bell onto a big part of the bell, and then you're putting an even littler part of a bell onto an even littler part of a bell. The one goes on his back, and then the one that goes on his goes in his hand.
Just can't follow the instructions.
That's right. Fuck it. I'm a renegade. I'm a rebel. And see, that's how that should have looked when she showed it to you a while ago. The bell hanging off of the cool ass gnarly little backpack thorn spine thing.
Backpack thorn spine.
And then he's got a bell mace.
Bell mace. It does look pretty wicked, but
It is pretty wicked. Like I said, it makes you feel good while you're dying. You're sitting here thinking about, the little bell on the innkeep door swinging open, little rattle it gives.
every time a bell rings, angel gets its wings.
In this case, every time a bell rings, you lose some of your fucking brain. And then
All right, so you got the bells put together.
We get
so
for whom the bell tolls.
now that little arm is supposed to go on him.
And that goes on. Was he swinging that Joker out?
Down.
Wide.
It's going down. Not like.
Shut your face.
You know what it looks like?
Face.
Like
I mean,
shoulder pad.
there's not even no place where this is like going. Model I think maybe.
Is it any easier
Is
if
it
you put
like
the
that?
back on first?
Is that it? Is that how it's going?
That's how it goes.
Put a little smidgen. Actually, are we supposed to put the backpack on first?
They're both looking like they go on at the same time, so I didn't know if it might
Somebody
be easier.
Had really cool hands. Like they had a third
They were
hand.
just like-
They just put it all together. We'll do that though. Backpack first. It's a little more self-explanatory.
You thought.
Whatever. I just didn't put a little bit of glue right here. That's it. Don't you sass me. Put some more right here. What size base he going? 40 millimeter?
Mm-hmm.
I think all the bases are
I
in
think
that
they were
other
all
part.
the same.
No, they're not all the same.
Well, they should be. Do they have the size written on them?
No, but I don't think it's the biggest one in there.
Dang, they're not all the same.
Told you.
Who came up with saying 40 millimeter and then not putting a measurement on it?
That would be the good folks over at Games Workshop. Pretty sure this is it. I have no idea.
Well,
Does it only have inches or does it have millimeters on it too?
I'm sure it's only got inches on it because if it had millimeters, that would just be awesome. Yeah, it's only got
Yeah,
inches.
I know. So the normal size guys, like that bag of them there, those are 32.
They've got different sizes in here.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
What the flaming shit? So this one's 50, and this one's this one's 60. I bet that's for the drone. And then is that all the bases that were?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. These, I'm gonna bet, are for the little bitty dudes, the poxwalkers. Those are for the Marines. And these, I bet you, are for the leader characters. So I wonder. Yeah, I don't think there's any other ones. So if that one is 60, surely this one is the 50. Now it's for the big dude there. These are 40. He goes on a 32 too. So put him on a 40. You think?
Did you get them all put together?
Huh?
See, all put together? You're just
Yeah.
putting them on a base now?
Yeah, we just need to put him on base. I'm gonna assume that's the base he goes on. It fits.
Looks like it fits.
What's that? A little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue there. And voila. And just like that, a badass is born. You know, show that one off. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, he's got a lot of detail going on.
I do like the bell theme. I think it's really cool. Alright, now, who is next?
Hey, he moved all the guys. Make you go. Malignant Playcaster B. No, he's still E.
What is this guy? Is it just a regular old Death Knight? Or not Death Knight, Plague Marine or whatever? Death Guard.
Yep, probably.
You can tell that I play too many damn games and shit. I got too many words.
So you're working off the same thingy. You're looking at 16, 17, 14, 15, 16, 17, and
There's 14.
19? They skipped one.
No. 18.
Oh, this is the same guy down here. Okay.
Taking applications for another assistant.
Be careful with that.
Oh, Jesus. You're getting old man eyes. Can't see. What was that again?
14, 15, 16, 17.
14.
14 through 20.
I don't see 14. There ain't that many damn pieces left on here.
Should I turn on another light?
I will punch you. Here's 15 now. I can do that.
Well, that was the only E, right?
Yeah.
They've got to be on there.
Yeah, like I said, there's the one that did have the two. It was just two of the same sprue. That's what that was. I was still correct.
I think I might turn the other light on.
Okay. One over there.
Mm-hmm.
Might want to turn that fan on too.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, you cold?
No, but fan noises.
Fan noises? Ah. There's a hell of a delay on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see.
Alright. Do you want me to cut out pieces and then you can glue them together?
Hell, I gotta find them to cut out. 16, is that 16?
Yeah, that's one of those. One of them.
If you want, though, when I'm start putting him together, you can start cutting out the pieces for the next one.
Okay.
You said 20 was his too?
Yep.
He's got a lot of little ribbons hanging off of
Yeah, he
clothy
does.
pieces. Old nasty rags, bandages that didn't fit their purpose. Got old infection, that funk on them, and nasty.
Did you get all of them? Doesn't look like
I
it.
don't think so. 19.
Yeah.
He's got pretty old cool staff.
What is it, like thorns or bone pieces?
I'm just gonna assume it's like crusty pus.
Stop it.
Old oozy sore and funk that's turned into a staph infection. Staph infection. Ah! Oh, piss! What the
Did you just
fuck?
cut 'em?
No, I didn't cut it. It broke though.
Good
That's
job.
I shut your face. It's really thin.
Don't make excuses. You broke it.
It's kind of sucky because I don't know that we can even glue that back together. See, it was this little thin ass.
You should be able to glue that back together.
You tell me what I do. It's probably gonna take some time, but I think I may be able to do it.
That's the little ribbon piece.
Hell yeah. That's what broke. It's like, really, of all the pieces, couldn't have been his big old fat arm. We could have just been like, put that back.
So
on.
is that all of them?
That's it.
Leg caster, see.
What's he start? 16, 17?
Yeah.
No, 14, 15.
16, 17 go together. 14, 15 go together.
What is that? It's like, he's just like blowing out filth. How cool is that?
Yeah, looks like those two. I don't think that.
It's like an open cavity. Yeah, that's it. Let's go. You gotta see how they lay together. There we go. Gotta get some music or something going. I don't even know what the music like rules are with Twitch.
Most everyone posts them down at the bottom so you can see who's playing.
Yeah, but I mean, if we just had like music playing in the background. Got the old funky in here. That's cool. Alright, and then the piece that I broke. I don't think that's the right arm. Oh, that's cool. That's his face and his chest. I thought that was an arm. See, it's his face and his guts all spewing out. I want to say it was like way back, like early 2000. So like 2005 through 2007, when they redid, they relaunched the High Elf model line, and that's when like they really started getting that. I think that was like the first really cool plastics, like really fucking cool. Like I want to say there was a mage standing on like this globe. It just was like all filigree and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Sounds pretty cool.
I may still have that model somewhere. Or and all that crap. And now put his backpack on.
That's what I
You're
wanted to
fired.
do.
Yeah, this dude's pretty gruesome. Pretty gruesome. There we go. It's got all these like spines and nasty. Talk about it. Look at that. Talk about my toenails.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Although I'm starting to see why you were drawn to this.
Go ahead. Oh man. I do wonder how many of those little ribbons on people's models are going to have been broke.
Yeah. Kind of a long piece to have there. Kind of an odd placement.
Let me see this for a moment, if you don't mind.
I'm probably gonna let you get that piece anyway.
Okay. Got one that's giving me some fits.
Yeah, if you break it, it's your dude, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. So he's just got,
Got a lot of stuff going on there.
yeah, like all these thin little ribbons. They're cool, and I mean, I think it's going to make for a cool effect on the model, but
Yeah, but that's a lot to deal with.
alright. And then he's got this little one here that you put on his face, which I'm contemplating leaving off.
Till you get him painted.
Yeah, until I paint him, because I feel like it's going to... No, I guess the nature of the thing, it's okay. So, let's see. I'm just going to rub it all
Do you
over.
need some help?
I had it right there until,
Do you put glue on it?
yeah. And then it was like, rub it all over it. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Glued it right up on his face. Now, I think he just went on a 32 inch or a 32 millimeter.
Yeah. I think this next guy goes on a bigger one.
Sweet.
Looking pretty good.
Show him. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think he does.
Do you want to... These guys are going to start getting in the way really quick. Put him over there.
Can you reach it? Alright, so I was cutting out this other dude and then you took stuff from me, so.
About this one?
Mm-hmm.
Who you cutting out?
Death Guard, Lord of Contagion. So, you can start cutting here.
All right. I'm going to put his little ribbon over beside him.
So 28, I think was here. That's part of him.
Yeah. Do you want to take some pictures
of the ones we got? Yeah,
of the ones we got? I'm going to put them on the Twitter. See, what is he? 27, 26. So the idea is hopefully we get all these painted, or not painted, put together tonight. If we don't, then we'll be back here streaming again tomorrow, finishing putting them together. And then, let's see, tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll definitely, I mean, by Wednesday, we'll definitely have them put together. For some reason, we don't have them all put together by Wednesday. I'll spend some time Wednesday in the morning putting them together, and Wednesday night we'll stream some of the new rules, playing the new rules and seeing what we think of them. It'll be just whatever it is. It's in the little book, and we provided that. One, I'm having fun with it, and Halea's having fun with it. Then we will. She's going to work towards Sisters of Battle. I think is what she's leaning heavily towards. I know for a while there it was a draw between them and was it the Frostwolves or not Frostwolves? Yes, it's Frostwolves. Is that what they're called, or am I like Space Wolves? Yeah. Yeah. Shit, now I'm dropping pieces. At first, she liked the Eldar. That was.
I like the Banshees.
The Banshees, but then I think
the rest of the Eldar looks.
the rest of the Eldar she just didn't really care for. So I shot that right in the ass. It didn't last very long. I think it's the big helmets that she don't like. Is that what it is? The big giant foreheads?
I forget what they're called. The
Wraith Guard?
Yeah, Wraith Guard. They've got the little weird helmet thingies going on where they're jetting out the back of their heads.
Yeah. So she didn't like the Wraith Guard, but you did like the... What was it? The giant Wraith Titan or whatever the hell it was called. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah. But his head wasn't as... I don't think was anywhere near as bad as the other ones, though. I think maybe it's because he's bigger, so the head's not quite as bad. Like, it's not as dramatic as those little Wraith Guard. Oh, here's the piece I was looking for.
It just wasn't shaped the same.
He has a pretty gnarly old horn blade coming off the front of his face. I believe. No. I'm dead wrong. 26 and 24. Oh, you already cut off some pieces. Okay. Yeah, I know you did. I don't know why my brain just like purged that information, but it did. It's like, these are all laws. Let's see here. I'm going to put the head on. So I always like to get my little bead of glue worked up here on the tip of the glue bottle. And then I'll just, nothing dramatic, just a little bit. And then I'll wipe that away now that I got a flow going. And I can use a little controlled bead and put down exactly how much glue I want. Now I got that done. Will you bring me that other guy?
Which one?
The one we haven't shown yet.
This guy?
Yeah. Because I'm not going to put him together, remember? Actually, for this model,
Oh, I got you.
yeah, I want to keep him in, I'm going to paint him separately and then I'll glue him after I've painted him. But I'll go in and show like that.
So are you done with him for now then?
No, I'm going to go in and do like all of his little pieces together. But this is what he'll look like if you want to. And he goes off here. Matter of fact, here, I'll put it on the space. But that is what he's gonna look like. Well, no, he does look like now that we're finished. That axe, while totally impractical, I think is just bad as shit. I really do enjoy it. The 3 blades. Hopefully there you go. Gotta hold it up there for a little bit for it to finally focus in on. But it doesn't. Yeah, you do have to hold it for a little bit, but it focuses in. It looks pretty good. But he has some pretty cool details on him. I like all of his stuff. Like I said, going forward, we will have a better camera, or not a better camera, but a second camera that's going to be positioned like above while we're working on the stuff. And
I think that'll make a big difference on look. Be able to see exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. Put him right here. And then I will finish putting his pieces together. He's got that big billowing cloak on the back, and I want to be able to paint the inside of the cloak. So I'm not going to assemble the one that I'm actually going to use for my army completely before I start painting it, because I do want to be able to paint the inside of the cloak. I do always highly recommend like dry fitting your models together while you're putting them together. That way you get an idea. You might catch a spot like that on a model that you want to do, and it'll dawn on you that how much easier it'll be to paint than assemble a particular thing. I mean, obviously most of the time you do want to just assemble the model then paint it. There's very few times, but that does happen. Get my beadwork back up there. And you also know if there's going to be any weird gaps in the model or anything like that. Need to shave the old head again. Mohawk's looking a little unmohawky.
like you really have a mohawk.
Yeah, it looks like just a motherfucker that doesn't cut his hair right now. But let's see here. There we go. I'm getting that fitted. Shit.
Their names are too long to tweet. That's awesome.
Yeah, you might just have to be like shitcaster, bell ringer, tri-bladed axe dude. Let's see. Our attempt going forward is to stream Monday through Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 every week. Possibly sometimes we'll jump on Saturdays. I mean, that limited schedule really has more to do with real life than anything else. We'd like to stream more, and hopefully we will in the future. But for now, that's kind of what we're limited to. So we shall see. I think I'm really apprehensive about going and putting his arms on him too, because they go on to the back. So I may have to paint him in 3 pieces, because I'm afraid if I put any glue on them right now, they might stick.
Right.
Or what I'm actually more afraid of is if I put more glue on them now, then there'd be a gap in these top shoulders when I go to fit them together for the. So I may, yeah.
Can you bring that up again?
This. 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 That made a big difference. The white thing. I like how that turned out. I wouldn't even have thought it. Did you do the big ugly guy? Oh, those keep turning out like that.
Yeah, we might have to.
I mean, it worked. It works. Cause see. Or no, it doesn't.
No, the H works.
I wonder if it's because the and is not
Yeah, I
a
don't think they register that.
Bose. Okay. Is there an edit function? No, there's not. Okay. Well, we can just take that out for now. Is that the only one you did?
Mm-hmm.
And then same. What'd you do here? I guess that's not. Sweet. Somebody liked it. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna leave
So
him.
you're pretty much done with that guy.
Yeah,
now?
I'm gonna leave him in 3 pieces, and then I will paint him.
You need to get a good place to kind of like put them when they're in pieces like that, so that they don't get like separated.
I do think I'm gonna suck it up and get that project box that GW sells when I order those paints, so that I can put everything away. Be like, I'm working on this shit. Move it over here.
You're gonna have to show me this.
I'll show it to you right now.
Sounds gimmicky.
It is gimmicky. It is gimmicky. It's functionally gimmicky though, but it's totally gimmicky. But do you remember that wooden one I told you I used to have?
I
That
think
had
so.
the handles. This one actually
I
like.
think I remember it.
Let me see. This one folds down and like.
Is that what you were talking about trying to create?
Yeah, with
out of
that.
the palette thingy?
Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna work.
Gotcha.
Let's see. What is it? Brushes and accessories, possibly paint accessories. This project box.
Mm-hmm.
So keep everything in there, and it's got a little paint tray, so you have your paint set up, and then that's where you work off of. And it's got a little place for
Oh,
all your
that's
tools
cool.
and everything. Oh yeah, see. Put your
Little
paints in
box.
there.
Where you
And then
put
that's
your
what you
paints.
work. And then you put it all away and keep everything in pieces.
It'll probably be good.
It'll definitely be good.
Although $70 is a little steep
It
for a
is
little
a little
plastic
cheap.
box.
It's essentially a toolbox.
It is.
Like,
Toolbox for your paints.
it's right. But
Alright, so you're done with the Death Guard.
The
Lord
Death-
of Contagion.
what does this do? Oh, that's one of the just regular
Oh.
Death Guard.
Do you want to put together the
We can just put the,
faded bloat drone? That's what that dude is.
let's do the Knights first.
What nights?
Not the Knights, but the Death Guard, like Marines. Because I'm pretty amped to see some of them get put together.
The little dudes?
No, not the Poxwalkers, like the fucking guard. Like these dudes. Like,
That's a little too close. I think I'm starting to get old.
Starting to get old eyes.
The Plague Marines? Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Was there any on this?
What is
Well,
that?
see, E and
Yeah, E1, 2, 4, 3.
let's see, E. You said 4? And then was those done with any other lighting than what's on there? The flash on your camera?
No.
Really? That's pretty cool. Do
I
like
can
that
change
effect.
the brightness levels like before I take it.
See, my phone sucks. It's still old and janky. But until that
You're
time,
gonna have to
you
scooch some.
could be.
Yep.
Until that time, you have to be the Lord Master of the social media. 16
No.
or no? 1?
1.
Okay, I guess like he's one piece then. Is that what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of these, it's hard to tell what number they're supposed to be if you're not looking at the instructions. But I don't imagine there's too many people out there that's gonna be putting them together with somebody reading it off to them.
Yeah. Some people just aren't as lucky as you.
You damn straight. What is it, 7? Was that?
1, 2, 3, 4 for this one guy.
Oh, that's the guy that. Is that the guy that got off earlier? I believe it is.
Looks pretty similar.
1, 2, 3, 4, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's 3.
Alright.
So now he was it goes together like this. Looks like he's got that's a power fist. That's pretty cool. And then this blight knife
Yeah.
goes like this. It's pretty gnarly. And then his backpack goes on there. Did you see that giant like fly
Oh,
mosquito demon thing.
yeah, he's got some kind of weird little creature coming out of him. Like, or flying to him at the top.
There is. I've seen that there's demonic blight drones too. I wonder if that's a baby one of those. Like that, they're not mechanical; they're just a demon. So I wonder if that's what that is. Because I'm assuming that it's just like old 40k rules. I haven't got the Chaos Codex yet, but I'm assuming that I'll be able to use Chaos Demons in a Marine army. I mean, that's always been the case. So.
I mean, would be a reason why you couldn't.
Well, no, I'm just saying. So, probably have some of those guys flying around too. Time for alcohol. Would you like to get stabbed by that? It's pretty gnarly.
It's pretty wicked.
I'm sure you get the AIDS.
Pretty sharp.
Fired.
Oh, there's that guy.
Its arms all janked up, crooked. Here, get them put together, and then that way you can show it. Show him off. Having a hard time getting it to stick there. Shut your face. I don't think this. There's no way.
Little tiny one?
No, this is 32. Yeah. This is.
Starting to wonder if we need a little measuring ruler.
For.
Bases. Sucked to run out of the right ones.
Yeah.
Have to go get some more. Round two.
Round two. Why?
What you need?
I was just looking over there for a little measuring device. Let me double check. But I'm pretty sure these are the 32. I'm sure these are
We've
what
already
the,
started on it. Just
just
I'm sure
do it.
those are for the little plate.
Little poxwalkers.
Yeah.
Poxwalkers. Okay. And then we'll say next week we'll be painting, and what Halea's gonna help me with just painting my Death Guard because she hasn't made up her mind on what army she wants to do just yet. And being that it's not primary Space Marines, she's not going to invest any effort into painting those.
Yeah, we'll probably
Well,
just prime them.
someone prime them and sand them and prime them. There you go. That's a cool looking dude.
Alright. He is pretty cool looking.
Alright. So, what is this last dude we got here? Like an arm, a head, and a gut for the East Brew. I don't see anything.
You wanna put him over there?
Yeah.
Ah,
What is it?
he's E and D.
D. What's his D parts?
1, 2, and 3.
D 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm. They've got them placed a little weird. Some of
Yeah,
them.
there's a few of them.
The little tiny,
awkward.
I think it was his little headpiece. The last guy, I couldn't get him like cut out. He was a little awkwardly.
Well, sometimes you just have to go in and cut it like a chunk out of the screw, like obviously
Right.
not out of the model, and then you can just be like cut it off at the wrist. Be like, fuck it, like you don't get a hand.
Just get some modeling clay or whatever, try to piece it back together.
God hates you. You don't get a hand. It's a battle wound.
Guess you can make that work.
No, it looks like ass. I've seen people try to do it.
No, yeah.
I mean, imagine if you put some effort into it, you can make it work. But I've seen people like cut off hands and shit. Be like, it's a wound. No, it's not a wound. It looks like you cut a chunk out of your model. Is what it looks like. It's like back when you was a kid playing with G.I. Joes, strapping them to firework crackers and shit, and letting them blow up. Like, he's been wounded. Like, no, it looks like you stuck a toy to a firecracker and it blew up. It looks like shit.
I never did this stuff.
You missed out. Good times. Or we'd always like do the screw. Like G.I. Joe's had like a little screw in their back that was like the tension for the rubber bands that held their legs and arms and stuff together. So if you let go of that screw, their legs and arms would like droop and fall off.
Wow.
So you could just do that, take their legs off. Be like, look, he ain't got no legs.
How old are you?
I was probably like 18.
I don't remember the G.I. Joes having screws with rubber bands and stuff in their legs.
The G.I. Joes had a little screw in their back.
I do not remember this.
The little G.I. Joe's like this. My dad had a G.I. Joe that was like this. Like that's the old school ones. Like that's when you know you was old.
They
like,
came back like in the 90s.
made a return, but no, G.I. Joe's had a little screw in their back.
I don't remember this. G.I. Joe screw in the back.
See, screw size. Replacement for screws. Told you. See those black rubber bands like that?
Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
They ain't gonna show nobody from, but oh, there we go. See, that's what it was like.
Huh.
That rubber band went in there.
Alright.
It's not like I was old. I mean, these G.I. Joes.
See how they say vintage?
Oh. Do they still make it? Is G.I. Joe's?
Vintage is another term for old.
You're lucky I love you. Do they still even make G.I. Joes?
I'm sure they do. I can't not make G.I. Joes. Alright,
I figured.
enough with this G.I. Joes. Get back to making your models.
But let's see. Put them together here.
Do you know what parts you're putting together?
Yeah, I'm close enough.
You just do whatever you want.
That's right.
Not following the rules.
I'm a rebel, yo.
Yo.
This guy's pretty nasty. He's got an old janky, like demonic maw for a mouth.
Yeah, he does. I'm not sure we can get a good camera angle of that. but
Probably
sure.
not. Try it. Maybe take a picture of him and put it on the gram.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That piece
Put
isn't
them
for
together
him.
wrong.
No, this piece. Who is this for?
What piece was it that you chopped off? What was it? Yeah, that should be. Isn't that what that is? The little droopy.
See, look.
You glued two together. You weren't supposed to, didn't you?
No, look. See, his wires went together.
Oh, okay. That's not that guy though that you're working on.
It's
a different guy.
You are correct.
You cut out pieces for two different dudes.
You are correct. Oh, I asked you, and you said
You said, oh, you're working on this guy. You're working on C's.
Is that what this is? No, that's E.
Well, isn't that the guy you're working on right now? Right
That's what you
there?
told me. You
With
said
this
C,
little
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, I did not.
What'd you say?
D.
Oh.
So you're working on this guy.
Yeah, so what's he got going on? Oh, that's cool. Let's put that arm on. Look. You had to go down over the thing.
I'm gonna show that. The way it.
So you can see how he is off his left arm there. He's got that giant spike coming off. Well, to put it on his left arm, there's a big hole in the actual shoulder. Let me see. Waiting for the camera to come into foci there. I don't know if it's going to. It's focusing on my face. Get off my face and get on the model. Burp, burp. Try it.
Like this works.
Oh, yeah. Like, just block my face. Well, anyway. So there's that.
Oh, it was working.
Was
right
it?
as you were doing it.
Well, look. It's got that delay, so I think I went up too high that time. And then that's got a hole through his shoulder. So you got to put that big spike through the hole in his shoulder. So it looks like he's got big old gnarly spike coming up out of there. So that's pretty
There it
cool.
goes. Alright.
Get my little bead going. So which one do I gotta cut out to finish that up?
Oh, once you get this guy finished, we can.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I gotta cut out something else.
C 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He's all C's, so you can go back to that
What
one.
is it? 4 and 5 I need then?
Mhm.
Here's 5.
Yeah, that happened to me where I thought I cut it, but apparently did not.
Missed one.
Yeah.
I guess I need 4. What is 4?
It's his gun.
Ah, here it is. I think this is going to take
It's gonna take a few
a
sessions.
few sessions. It's not quite
Yeah,
going.
until we get like super fast.
Well, I mean, we're not also not sitting down with like the diligence of blasting through some models. Like, it's got a pretty cool backpack.
Have to show me when you get done. The little picture here doesn't really do it justice.
Which way is the arm supposed to be pointing down?
Yeah, kind of like angled downward. Oh yeah, little skulls in it.
Yeah.
And he goes on a 32 base.
Ooh, 32. Ooh.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna try to finish up that other
Is that you hiding your yawn? We're old people. You have to forgive us. Get tired. Is that what?
You can try to finish up that other one, the E and D one.
Yeah. So it was E and D. Where's the D screw? Oh, so the rest of him is on here with the Poxwalkers.
So
What was he? One,
he
two, three.
was-
D1,
yeah,
2, 3.
D1, 2, 3.
Yeah, his cape. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty beat up.
I think that's all you had left to cut out, because I think you got all the other ones. Seal it complete.
His soul was complete. That's all that matters.
Alright, so that should go on the front. Getting a little sloppy with your glue there, aren't you?
Apparently.
Just using all the glue.
All the glue. Put his head in there. Does his head need to face a certain way? Straightforward.
Face is kind of
Just-
angled, it looks like.
I
Houston.
like how his things are all like that.
Yeah. Because he's going to
See
be
how
like
his
pointing.
headdress is like
Yeah.
making the 3 circles.
So like in the direction of where his gun's at.
Yeah.
So you probably don't want to glue it
Oh,
until,
shit.
you know, you glue his gun on there.
Hey. I got this.
I don't know. Kind of like not following the instructions. Doing your own thing.
Do my own thing.
That's kind of cool though. The way they kind of blended that little horn in with where he gets glued together.
Yeah. So the week of the 4th of July, Independence Week, we are going to be in Gatlinburg. Anybody that is watching this on YouTube or following Twitter or Instagram, got any suggestions for gaming stores out that way that we should visit while we're out there?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Feel free to send them our way. See, I know my concentration face sucks. I'm like, look like I got some kind of disorder.
That's alright. I'm over here with my tired face, so, you know. If anything, it'll be entertaining for whoever's watching.
I do want to start doing a, I guess, run with me. I'm not sure, like, what else I want to call it right now, where I go for a run every morning. Well, run, walk. Mostly
Kind of
walk.
a combo.
That's right. A little bit more walk than run, but, you know. And so I'll start putting my distance and my time and thinking about doing my like playlist.
I don't know if you want to listen to that, but if anything, it'll be entertaining.
There's a lot of heavy metal on there. Although lately I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, so
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess you can play.
suggest the audiobook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's pretty damn cool.
There he is.
That's it. We got some more guards. How many is there? How many Death Guard are there? 5, I think.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
So here. Oh, he doesn't have. He's got little tiny skulls. He doesn't have the same ones as the ones you were looking at before. With the little skull in the middle.
Mm-mm. You can probably put another batch up on Twitter and Instagram.
It's good.
You can. I got faith in you. I know you can do it.
Is that what all these guys are? These the guards?
Yeah. Dims are.
You did him.
Oot.
And him.
I have not did him.
Yeah.
Did him. Not
Oh,
him.
he did him.
He's got to melt the gun. Melt. Damn, are they all on here then? Okay, I guess
Looks
so.
like most of them are C's.
See. Is that what this brew is?
Mm-hmm. Right here. Alright. Put some more.
Alright, don't get excited. Contain yourself, woman. Oh wait, there's another. Very clever. So this other D sprue that came in there, see, it had the exact same body as the guy we just put together. Well, they used the body parts for this other dude that's got the melta gun. So that was pretty cool. That's pretty, I mean, so I'm sure there's like some simple like algorithm computer program that they use, but I do think it's neat how like they arrange the models on a sprue. Like I'm sure it's not just some dude like superhumanly genius. It's just like when I was a kid, that was one of the biggest things that blew my mind about Transformers. I mean, still blows my mind about Transformers, like the toys. Is it somebody? I mean, whether it was through a computer program or whether they did it just with a damn whiteboard and magic marker, figured out like how all these limbs and shit were supposed to bend and go so that it could turn into a plane.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Let's see. See. 15. Good deal. And then coming up in what, July, about a month from now, we will be streaming Divinity? No, Albion.
Yeah.
Albion online. We're going to start streaming that once it launches. We've been bought into their early access ever since shortly after it was announced that you could buy into early access. But I am just not a big early access player. I like, if I see a game or whatever that I think's really cool, I got no problem like throwing them some money to get the vision off the ground, but I don't want to play it that early. So I like playing finished games. Plus, I mean, when you start playing that early, like it seems like you get burnt out
Yeah, it's really easy to burn out.
by the time the game launches. So I'm having a hell of a time finding this 16 and 17. There's 17. But so Albion launches about a month from now. We will be streaming that. But up until then, we'll be doing 40K Monday through Wednesday, like I said, except for that week that we're going to be in Gatlinburg. And I cannot find the 16. There it is. Hey. I do wonder if the guys from Guar played Warhammer.
No?
Or I mean, just some of the costumes and shit aren't far away from.
Yeah, I wonder if there were some of them that were kind of inspired.
I mean, I know they were nerdy. Okay, his arm. Yay, we did it. We did it. Definitely think that music is a must to feel. I mean, just like slightly like low. I'm not talking about something that we have to turn down every time we talk. Something that's low enough that we can legitimately talk over. But anybody play any of the armies that Halea is considering playing? Weigh in the comments and let her know why you play which ones. Maybe you can sway her one way or the other, but I doubt it. Imagine it's really just going to come down to which one she thinks is the cooler one once she's done reading all the faction stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to pick an army without really kind of getting into some of the history of it. Some of the story and lore behind it.
This guy's pretty cool. He's got a cyclopean eye. I wonder if that would like. It seems like because 2 eyes is what gives us depth perception, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like he'd be a shitty. He'd be a shitty long range guy. But you can see he's got the old one eye and the melter gun. I assume that's still a melter gun. I don't know if they've changed like what things are called or not. I haven't looked all the way through the rules. He's got the chainmail there. I don't know how to get the adjustment to take.
You just hold it there.
I wonder if I like stick it all the way up to it and then pull it back, if that'll cause it to catch that as it's focused or not. It does take a while. There we go. Oops.
Well, and it's difficult because there's such a delay there.
Yeah. So he's pretty
I'm gonna
cool.
take off the H and B.
Okay.
and
Yeah,
figure out what's going on.
that's fine. Makes sense. Then see who we got next. C 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, this might be the last one we do for the night.
Yeah, it's good.
Getting to be pretty late. Gotta get up early in the morning, go for a run, get ready for work, all that fun stuff. No, I think I accidentally cut his hand.
What?
Not off, I just like nicked it a little bit. It's a battle wound. Ah!
We already talked about that. Doesn't work.
7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, he's going with all the little skulls on his shoulder pad. Yes. He's pretty cool. It looks like he's got like some kind of diesel engine on his back. Leia's over there taking pictures of the guys, putting them up on Twitter and Instagram as we get them done. Would like to hear for the people that stuck through and continue to have played 40K all this time. What your impressions are of the changes? Like, are you for them? Are you against them? I know the changes that went into the Age of Sigmar with there being no points or anything like that kept me from getting back into it. I don't have any desire to buy 20 dragon kits because you can, which I really feel like was part of the intention with that one was the GW taking a shot at the video game pay-to-win model. I mean, I hate to talk shit about them. I mean, I get it. Like, everybody's got to make money, but they do some shit that seems pretty sleazy sometimes. Comes off as a little used car salesman-y. I feel like that's something they've adopted over the last few years, though. Back in the day, I always thought they were pretty legit in how they treated their customer. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll take those same changes back to fantasy. Because I would like to play fantasy too. I'll probably just do a Nurgle army for that as well. Possibly an orc. I know that they look like they essentially introduced Space Marines to fantasy with the. I can't remember what they're called. Do you, babe?
I don't know what they're called.
See, I'll look them up real quick. Stormcast Eternals. Yeah. Their L&D team or R&D team was hard at work at trying to figure out how to get Space Marines over to fantasy on that one, in my opinion. I think I may actually be able to get the last of the Marines done. You see, still got like 10 minutes left in the stream. So, although I'm done with that page. See, 19, 18, 21, 22. Nurgle's they're really the only other army I've ever been interested in playing 40k. For a long time, back when I played orcs, I wanted to do a orc army that had been corrupted by Nurgle. But I couldn't never think of a way that I wanted to do them, like, that I'd have been happy with. Because I thought about doing like a Death Skulls army, since they're heavily like scavenger oriented, and they had found like the aftermath of a Nurgle based battle, and they started putting on the power armor of all the dead Nurgle Marines. It would have infected them that way. And so I would have had orcs stuffed into power armor models, you know, like made them look ramshackle.
Could have been cool.
Yeah. But never got around to doing it. Hell, I may do it. Or I may just convert a couple models like that. Like, not necessarily have to do a whole army. If we do get a major hard on for 40k and decide to run with it, I've got a Space Marine base rules army that I want to do that I'm not going to reveal just yet. It'll be heavily converted though.
Alright, keep it a surprise.
Keep it a surprise. 22, I think is the last one I'm looking for. You happy with your work on whatchamacallit?
For now. Have to get clever.
You clever little girl, you.
What are you looking for?
22. I found it.
8A, so you're putting together this
Yeah.
last guy.
Yeah, I thought I would be able to get them all done, but the search and destroy of cutting out the pieces takes a little bit longer. But I'll put everything aside, and we will meet back up here tomorrow, and probably just start on the Marines.
Yeah.
That way we can show off some Marines.
See what kind of cool guys we got in there.
Yeah. I can put this up on the YouTubes tomorrow, and I'll just label it as unboxing and assembling
Play brains.
Plague Knights, Plague Marines.
They're pretty cool, even though they're gross.
They're really cool, even though they're gross. That's cool. Head hanging down.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Is it like hair?
Yeah.
Little banshee head.
Ooh, speaking of Banshee Head, I just finished the third book of the Game of Thrones book. I figure that's a fairly descriptive term of cat Banshee Head. It's pretty gnarly at the end of that book. Pretty janked up. For those of y'all that aren't there yet, sorry. Imagine most people would just watch that shit on HBO anyhow.
Yeah, I'm sure it's playing by now. Sometimes it seems like it'd be easier.
I think I'm the only person in the world that can't get into that show on TV like it's a show. I feel like it's changed people's lives. For whatever reason, I just can't get into it.
Did you just put that all over his face?
Yeah, well, he's got a little hole there, and I squeezed it a little harder than I meant to.
I'm starting to wonder about your skills over here. Thought you were like an expert.
No, well, shit, no. Somebody told you wrong. You got lied to. But I was even talking to the chick at the UPS store, and she was saying that she's got a friend that's all into the show and like hates violent shows, and
Take off work when
she hates the concept of like how women were treated in the books and stuff like that. But she's like all like fucking into the shows now. Like now that she started watching them, it's like I said, it sounds like it's changing lives. Like, but
yeah,
I just can't get into it.
I wouldn't say it was that good. I enjoyed it.
I mean, maybe I'll try it again. Like
I like the books better.
have to give it another shot when I'm
They are long.
freaking long as shit. You right, sus? That's gotta be.
I hope so.
But so I wrapped up book 3 today, and then I started the first Dark Tower book with the hopes of having it done by the time the movie comes out.
When does the movie come out?
I think it's like August. I'm not. I got the.
I might have to start it once I finish with the last Wheel of Time book.
August 4th, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, surely I'll have it done before then. So. Well, I think that is all we have got in us for tonight. Who's the last
Let's
guy?
show off the last guy.
He's holding, I don't know if that's supposed to be a frag grenade or a crack grenade, but he's getting ready to throw one grenade into somebody and jack him up. Really like his shoulders. His mask is cool too. Like, I don't know if... I hate that it takes like an act of God to get that camera to focus right. But he's really cool. We put everything on Instagram and Twitter, so you can check them out there. I don't know what Halea has done as far as those go.
Everything but that one. Well,
those
three.
Those three. So maybe she'll have one more post left in her for tonight.
Maybe. Let's see.
And then, guess that's it. That's it. So we're done for tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow, 8:30 Central Time. 8:30 Central Time tomorrow, and we'll get started on the Primary Space Marines. And if those take as long, I'm going to assume that we're probably going to run into a third show of just putting models together.
Probably.
So,
yeah.
and then we'll just hopefully wrap up everything Wednesday. And if we don't, we'll try to have everything wrapped up for next week.
Start playing next week.
Start playing next week.
I think that sounds good.
And then we'll be in Gatlinburg the week after that. Woot indeed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See y'all.